You think you're tough, right? You believe that waking up early, occasionally hitting the gym for an hour, and brainstorming a few business ideas is what discipline looks like? It's not. You're barely scratching the surface. You're still living soft. You operate like someone who wants to win, but doesn't truly hate losing. And that's the key difference. Most of you tolerate losing. You accept mediocrity. You shake hands with weakness and call it balance. You convince yourself that you're doing your best, but deep down, you know it's nowhere close. The real war isn't out there in the world. It's in your mind every single day. If you don't wake up and declare war on the weak version of yourself, he will run your life into the ground and bury every ounce of potential you possess. No mercy, no weakness. That's the standard. The man who becomes dangerous stops asking how he feels and starts commanding himself like a soldier. Do you think your emotions matter? Do you think motivation is all you need? That's laughable. Real power comes from discipline, the unshakable kind. The type that gets you out of bed at 4:30 a.m. when you're exhausted and still trains like it's a matter of life or death. The type that doesn't flinch when business is slow, when you're broke, or when nobody believes in you. A real warrior doesn't need applause. He needs the fire inside. He doesn't care if you doubt him. He counts on it. That doubt becomes fuel. That failure ignites fire. That silence transforms into strength. You've been lied to. Society told you that being average is acceptable. Your friends suggested you rest, relax, take it easy. And you believe them because it's easier to accept soft words. But here's the truth they'll never tell you. No one's coming to save you. Not your parents, not the government, not God, no one. If you want something, you must take it. You build it. You blew it for it. If you're not willing to endure pain and face challenges with a grin on your face, you don't deserve anything. You think I'm harsh? Good. Harshness breeds warriors. Coddling creates cowards. You've spent too long sitting on your potential, wasting time watching others rise while you daydream about greatness. You scroll through success stories instead of creating your own. You talk about plans you'll never start and goals you'll never pursue. Then wonder why nothing changes. The answer is simple. You haven't truly decided yet. You haven't reached that point where enough is enough, where the weak version of you dies and something greater takes its place. Until you flip that switch, you're just pretending. You're merely playing at this. But the moment you get fed up with your excuses, when you wake up disgusted by your comfort, when you start moving with aggression instead of hesitation, that's when the transformation begins. Look in the mirror right now and ask yourself one question. If I died tomorrow, would the man I was proud of the life I lived? If the answer is no, then why are you wasting your time? Why are you sitting in a cage you built with your own hands? Break it, smash it, get aggressive about your mission. There's no such thing as a balanced warrior. A man on fire doesn't think about moderation. He thinks about domination. That's what it takes. Every second must be earned. Every breath must count. Every day needs to be another nail in the coffin of the weak version of you. You're not here to survive. You're here to conquer. You're not here to make friends. You're here to build a legacy. Legacy isn't built in public. It's created in the shadows, in silence, when no one is clapping and no one is watching. It's forged at 2 a.m. while others sleep. It's established during workouts you dread, through the rejections you endure, and in the quiet tears you wipe away as you keep moving forward. It's built under relentless pressure, the kind that either breaks a person or forges a warrior. That's what you must become. A warrior with purpose, a relentless force with a mission. In a world addicted to comfort, the disciplined person becomes a threat. If you want power, respect, and a life that makes people stop and stare, you need to embrace that threat. You must become the kind of person that life fears, not the one who hopes things will get easier. While everyone else chases balance, self-care, and mental clarity, you should chase mastery, ruthless mastery. Become so disciplined that it terrifies others. Be so committed that doubt cannot survive in your presence. Every room you enter should feel your intensity. Every action you take should echo the message, I don't lose, I dominate. That's how you win, not through dreams or ideas, but through relentless execution. A refusal to quit, an obsession that burns so fiercely you can't even sleep at night. This is your first step, the awakening, the realization that the world doesn't owe you anything. Your past doesn't matter. Your excuses are poison. Comfort is death. The only way forward is a war, not against others, but against yourself. The weaker version of you, the scared version, the lazy version. That person must die today. When you finally bury him, you will rise from that grave like a beast with purpose. No mercy, no weakness, only war. Now that you're awake, good, but understand this. Waking up is just the beginning. Most people never make it this far, but you have. Now comes the part that separates dreamers. Wrongdoers, the grind. Not the fake feel-good grind you post about. I'm talking about the grind that erases the old version of you. The grind that breaks your body, reprograms your mind, and turns your soul into steel. This is where discipline stops being a buzzword and becomes your most lethal weapon. Listen, discipline is not a mood. It's not something you turn on when life is perfect. It's not for when you're inspired. Discipline kicks in when everything is tough, when you're tired, when your back hurts, when you're broke, and when no one is texting you back. That's when discipline reveals your true self. It's easy to act like a warrior when you're well rested and things are going smoothly. But if you can train when you're exhausted, focus when you're stressed, and build when you're broke, that is power. That's when you stop being average and become a force of nature. There's a myth that successful people are just lucky, that they had connections, resources, or a roadmap. Let me dispel that illusion right now. The real ones? We built ourselves from the ground up, from isolation, through nights so cold that our bones ached. We worked while others partied. We studied while others slept. We suffered alone without applause, handouts, or guarantees, just raw willpower. That's what success truly is. Not flashy, but the violent, repetitive discipline practiced in silence. Most people can't handle it. You think I felt like working every day? Did I always feel confident and motivated? Absolutely not. I was bitter and angry. I hated my life. But I turned that emotion into fuel. That's what warriors do. We don't complain, we convert. Every setback, every insult, every moment of doubt, we absorb, transform, and use as motivation. When life spits in our face, we don't cry, we smile, because we know that pain is the greatest teacher. Pain shapes us into stronger individuals, and the more pain you endure, the sharper your edge becomes. Your comfort zone is your coffin. If you stay in it too long, you'll die there, slowly, quietly, full of regret. That's how most people go out, not in a blaze of glory, but in silence. They waste their lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to feel ready. Here's the truth. That moment never comes. There is no right time. There is only now. Right now is when you act. While others scroll, while they sleep, while they overthink, you execute. That's your edge. Relentless execution. Execution doesn't mean sprinting for a week and then crashing. No, it means consistency. It means boring, disciplined, obsessive effort every single day. It means becoming a machine, a man who doesn't need reminders or hype, a man who gets up before the sun, does what needs to be done, and then does more, without question, without doubt. You want to know what real confidence is? It's not about shouting or showing off. It's about knowing deep down that you're outworking everyone. You've earned your self-respect through hard work, through sacrifice, through a daily struggle. You're not meant to be balanced right now. Stop listening to soft people who tell you to slow down. They are projecting their own mediocrity onto you. Let them relax. Let them waste years finding themselves. You burn. You bleed. You execute. You move like your future depends on it, because it does. Every day you let pass with weak habits is a betrayal of the man you could become. That version of you, the disciplined, respected, powerful version, is waiting. But he doesn't appear for half-hearted efforts. He only reveals himself to those who are obsessed. You've got to kill comfort every day. You've got to train like a dog when your muscles are begging you to stop. You've got to read when your eyes are closing. You've got to build when it feels hopeless. Because in that darkness, in that void, your real power is hiding. When you push past the point of breaking and keep going, something awakens within you, the beast capable of achieving everything this world said he couldn't have. Understand this. Every person has pain. Every person has scars, but only the elite choose their pain. You either suffer from the weight of discipline now or suffer later from the weight of regret. One path leads to power, the other leads to a life filled with what-ifs. And that's the most terrifying death of all, dying with potential still inside you. You don't want to be the person who looks back at life filled with compromise, missed chances, and cowardice disguised as caution. You need to become obsessed, not interested, obsessed. Obsession is what drives you to train in silence, to fail in silence, and to keep building when the world laughs at you. Obsession is what separates warriors from the weak. Don't fear it, embrace it. Once you become obsessed with becoming unstoppable, the game changes. You don't ask for permission or explain yourself. You impose your will, and suddenly, people stop doubting you. They start fearing you, respecting you, following you, because power respects power, and a disciplined man is the most powerful creature on earth. Do you want to be that man? Then prove it. No more talking. No more wishing. You've already woken up. Now it's time to grind like your life depends on it. because it does. This is the battlefield. This is the proving ground. And every day you win the war against yourself, you get one step closer to becoming a legend. No mercy, no weakness, only war. This is it, the edge of the cliff. You've woken up and started grinding. Now, there's only one thing left to decide. Will you rise or will you rot? Because life doesn't care about what you almost did. It only remembers what you finished. Your legacy doesn't care about how tired you are. It demands that you dominate or be forgotten. And most men, they will be forgotten because they chose the easy. They chose soft. They chose average when greatness was still on the table. They had breath in their lungs and chose silence instead of battle. Don't lie to yourself. You've wasted time, delayed, procrastinated, and convinced yourself that someday you'll start moving like a savage. But someday is a myth. Someday is a graveyard for dreams. And you're not guaranteed another week, another day, or even another breath. So ask yourself, are you going to waste what's left of your life? Or are you finally ready to go all in? Not halfway, not trying, not seeing how it goes. I mean all in. Body, mind, and soul. Ruthless, focused, unstoppable. That's how you build a legacy. That's how you become the man your enemies fear and your brothers respect. Not by talking, not by liking a few posts and pretending you're on the path. No, you rise by bleeding for it. By outworking every single man in the room. By refusing to rest until your name stands for something. Until your presence changes the atmosphere. Until the world can't ignore you. Everyone wants to be a warrior until it's time to act like one. Everyone wants respect until they realize that respect isn't given. It's earned through years of invisible suffering. Through discipline so intense it rewires your entire identity. Through the destruction of your excuses, your doubts, and your fragile ego. You want power? Then stop asking for it and take it. Demand it from yourself. Train for it. Sacrifice for it. Because no one's coming to has. And you a throne. You build that throne from stone with your bare, bloody hands. And once you've built it, once you've risen from the dirt, from the shadows, from the pain, you don't stop. You expand, you build other killers, you inspire men to evolve, you leave behind a blueprint of fire. You don't just win, you lead. That's legacy. That's what being a warrior is about. Not just building your life, but being the spark that ignites a fire in others. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more examples. So be one. Show them what obsession looks like. Show them what's possible when a man refuses to stay weak. And if this message resonated with you, if it hit you hard, if something inside you just woke up, then don't keep it to yourself. You have a duty now, a duty to share it, to pass it forward, to make sure every man still asleep hears the call. So don't just scroll away and forget this, like this video right now. Not for me, but for you, as a promise to yourself, as the first swing of your sword against the weak version of you. Then drop a comment. Let the world know you're awake. Let the cowards stay silent. Real ones speak up. Let me see who's ready. And if you're serious, if you're dangerous, hit that subscribe button, because this isn't the end. It's the beginning. Every piece of content coming your way will push you, break you, and rebuild you into a weapon the world can't deny. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to train you, to call you out, to drag the warrior out of you, whether you like it or not. So don't miss it. Subscribe and make this your war room. You've got one shot at this life, one chance to build a name, a body, a bank account, and a reputation that cannot be touched. Every second you hesitate, someone else is getting ahead. Someone else is grinding harder. Someone else is taking what could have been yours, but not anymore, because now you're awake. Now you're locked in, and now you go to war. No mercy, no weakness, now get to work.